China has hit back after the US House of Representatives passed a bill which could see the social media app TikTok banned in America. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson said the vote broke international trade and fair competition rules. He also accused Congress of adopting the logic of a bandit. There have been concerns for some time about China's influence over TikTok. If approved by the Senate, the bill would give social media giant's Chinese parent company ByteDance 6 months to sell its controlling stake, or the app would then be blocked in the US. Well, earlier I spoke to CBS News correspondent Jared Hill for more details.
At this point, this TikTok potential ban bill is going to go to the Senate, where it potentially has, if not a steeper uphill climb to get past, at least a longer roadway to getting past. The Senate is a body that traditionally works a lot more slowly than the House does. And we've heard from the Senate Majority Leader saying that he plans on at least taking a look at the House bill, but has not made any guarantees on whether this would get a vote in the Senate floor. We have heard from some senators saying that they think there potentially could be some changes, some amendments made to the bill that was brought over from the House, and then potentially that could get a vote, and then potentially that could get passed into law and signed into law by President Biden. But we are potentially here, and potential is the key word, a couple of months away from any of that happening, according to some of them.
And of course, we are in an election year. In many ways, this has become a bit of an election issue as well.
That's right. And so when it comes to both President Biden and former President Donald Trump, they've weighed in a bit on this issue. President Biden and the White House has said that he would sign this bill if it does, in fact, pass in the Senate. That's despite the fact that they recently, the Biden campaign recently put up their own TikTok account. Former President Donald Trump has backed away a bit from his original stance supporting the idea of banning TikTok, now saying that he doesn't think that should happen. The question, though, is going to be, if this actually does end up passing, how much of a wedge issue this could be for voters. Significantly, there are younger voters across the country who are opposed to this type of legislation. That's a group that both of these parties have been looking to really tap into. And so, again, the question is going to be if that is going to be a big enough factor for them not to turn out for either one of these candidates.
And Jared, there have been concerns amongst some small businesses, and there were some protests at Capitol Hill yesterday because, of course, as much as this is a social media site, it's also become a platform for many people to make money on.
Oh, of course. Yeah, this is not just a social media site where people connect with their friends, but this is a place where people make money, whether it is promoting their own businesses or some people have businesses that exist entirely within the space of TikTok. And so that was a group that we did see protesting in front of Capitol Hill. That was a group largely that TikTok, in fact, paid, though, to go and travel to Capitol Hill to do that protest ahead of yesterday's vote, an effort by them to try and sway lawmakers, an effort that did not work. But we have heard from the CEO of TikTok that they're going to continue trying to push the users of all likes to continue getting in contact with their members of Congress to try and, again, at least slow down this legislation as it makes its way through the Senate.